Okay, I recently bought some American locks from the US, obviously. So here I have a nice one. This is a series 5200. It is a US set style one. So it comes with the keys on the chain. Very nice. There we go. There's the key. Does work. They have that annoying key retaining mechanism. We got to put the shackle down and then turn. But anyway, so let's give this one a pick and a gut. See how we go. I've also got these other two new in box old American locks to get to at some point as well. But I thought I'd start with this one first because this one didn't have a box. So I'm going to use this keyway crowbar here. I'm going to put it in sort of backwards to how you would normally expect because it sort of sticks me up more vertical again. Going to use my gem and see how we go. Now, let's just make sure we're nice and reset. Yep. All right. So using a reasonably stiff tension to start. Click there. Yep. There's that false set. That one. Yep. That one back down the back. All right. Which one's still left? Yep. Yeah, this gem's actually probably not the right pick for this. Tip on it's a little bit fat, but got it. Anyway. All right, that was not too bad. That's my first attempt picking this. I mean, I did sort of vaguely glance at the key and you could see one was going to be a pretty low lift, high lift there. So possibly, this wasn't the best choice, but nah, yeah, you can see that I can just get that. It's got quite a wide head on this one, which is great for a lot of things. For these really small American pins, it's not perhaps ideal. Really, I probably should have used my medium SS Dev, but doesn't matter. Got it open anyway, and a relatively blind one at that. Let's pull this screw out of the shackle hole. Oh, it's like, see, why they do that? Look how it's like offset down the side. That means my fat screwdriver here that fits can't get it. That's just shoddy. Why would you build it like that? So I'm going to use my small screwdriver, and that's going to be for Loctite. Oh, maybe we won't be cutting this one after all. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to have the American padlock pins. We all know what they look like. Yeah, no, stuff it. I'm not getting that open. Oh, I'll have to find another screwdriver that fits, but I haven't got one out, so... Well, unless this is a flat head, but unless that will fit. Ah, there we go. Got it. Using a flathead and a Phillips. Naughty. But whatever. I'd rather gut it than not. Yeah, look at all that Loctite. No wonder it didn't want to bloody open. Alright. Pull that pin out. Slide out that core, quite a bit of grease. There's our actuator and stuff. We'll leave all that where it is. Let's slide that back to picked. Get this clip off. Oh, come on, just line my wrench up properly. There we go. All right, so we've got a black mark on the back It's always hard to tell which way is the front on these things. So keep that in mind. Turn that 90-ish degrees that way. Follower. Should have a shim somewhere. Shim's probably too big, but that'll be fine. Oops. Dropping them out backwards. There we go. Right, so pin 4 fell out. Where did it go? Here. Oh, the grease. It's nice that it comes full of some lube, but also my fingers don't love it. 5, 2, and 3. All right, so all serrations are now key pins there. Not that matters because shouldn't really need to overset these anyway. Obviously, standard American core. So where were our serrators? Where were our spools? There were definitely some spools in this thing. I'm interested, of course, to see what was where. 1 was serrated. Probably a good place for it, considering it was such a low lift. It might actually do something then. Not a great spot for a spool. 2, spool. 3, spool. Maybe they're all spools. 4, and no, that one's serrated. All right, and then standard American springs. So there we go. That's what we had in this one. So it's a good, I mean, these are just purely random, but that was a good positioning for this serrated one up the front. And then the spool, spool, and spool actually is pretty reasonable, especially this one here right after that one. Good spot for it. And then, you know, whatever on the back, that could have been a spool, it could have been serrated, doesn't really matter. Let's see, how many serration clicks would we have gotten? Put that in. Yeah, really, that made sense because you're only going to get sort of one double click anyway. Whereas the spool pin there would not really have had a chance to spool. So I think that was about near perfect pinning for that. The highest level security possible, purely by fluke. So there you go. That was an American Lock 5200 US set type one. Really just a collector's piece, but you know, got to give it a pick anyway. So there we go. At some point in the following days, weeks, whatever, you'll be seeing the contents of these 2 boxes as well, and some other stuff.